one is going to be Sunday, April 21st at 10 a.m. I will send it out in the email follow-up with this, just the date, and then I'll send the link as it gets closer. Okay? And everyone's getting, you should be getting not super regular, but somewhat regular emails from me, like a newsletter, Life Coach Amy Warner. And I'm hoping to be more and more regular with those as I'm getting things kind of organized. So, okay. So has everyone had their journal as well? Because we will be doing some journaling. So make sure you have that if you don't. So, let me just look through. I'm not going to go through everything because the 4 of you have been here and most of the people that signed up have been here. But today we're going to do some emotional stuff. So I just want to remind everybody that this sacred space, it's really important for you guys to have discernment for what you need. So if emotions come up that you need to release something, that you need to feel it, experience it, I just want you to make sure that you do that and create space for yourself to do that. Okay. And, the goal is always, no judgment. Let's try to get embodied so we can really be present in this moment and receive and give whatever we're supposed to. Okay. So we're going to jump right in with Ground, Clear, Protect. Okay. So you can sit there, you can stand up, whatever works for you. I'm going to stand just because it's a little better for me. So I want everyone to you can rub your hands to get the energy flowing if it feels good. Maybe sway your body just to kind of connect with it. I want you to take in a deep breath and release. And another deep breath and release. And one more deep breath and release. I want you to imagine a golden rod coming out the base of your spine, your root chakra, and going deep, deep, deep down into the center of Mother Earth and locking in. In the center of Mother Earth are every crystal you can imagine, every size, emitting the most beautiful energy, the most grounding, centering, clearing, rejuvenating energy. Anything you could ever need energetically is there for you to receive. And I want you to imagine roots coming out the bottom of your feet and just winding down into the soil of Mother Earth and winding down deep, deep, as deep as you feel like you want them to go. Ready to receive anything Mother Earth has to offer us. So now, coming up the golden rod, I want you to imagine all that beautiful energy coming up, up, up into your root chakra, your sacral chakra, just going right up your spine, into your solar plexus. You might feel it twirling and whirling and moving, or you might not, and that's all okay. Up into your heart chakra, your throat, third eye, and your crown. Anytime you feel like you need to take deep breath, just connect with that breath. And after it comes up to your crown, you're going to feel it coming out the top of your head like a fountain in every direction. Just falling beautifully around you. And then going right back to your root and going back up your spine like a beautiful energetic cycle. This is happening all the time for you. And when we connect with the imagery, we feel it deeply and we strengthen it and enhance it. So it's important to connect with that imagery every, day if you can, or as often as you can. And just imagine that flowing. So the energy in our body is moving and flowing exactly as it's supposed to be. Now I want you to imagine energy coming up those roots into the bottom of your feet. This is that same energy. It's centering, it's grounding, it's loving, it's embracing. It's everything you could be. And it's going to come at your feet, and you might feel it almost like a tingling. And this time it's touching every part of your body, every cell, every little millimeter of your body. It's coming in your toes and your feet, your ankles. Feel it just moving up into your lower legs, calves and your shins, your knees, up into your thighs, your hamstrings, the outsides of your legs, the inside of your legs, into your hips and your pelvis. If you feel yourself want to move, let yourself. Feel like you want to stay still, that's great. Up into your bum and your low back and your sides and your lower abdomen. Up through your torso, getting your ribs and all your organs and your spine and your back and your sides, in your chest, your middle back, your upper back, and into your shoulders. Now feel it go down your arms, your upper arms, your elbows, your lower arms, your wrists, and hands, each and every finger. Feel it moving up into your neck, into your face, your jaw, your ears, your eyes, your forehead. Feel it moving around your head, up the back of your head, the top of your head, the sides. It's taking every cell in your body and helping it to feel grounded, centered, peaceful. Take a deep breath. Now I want you to imagine a golden rod coming out the top of your head, your crown chakra, and reaching up, 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 up into the stars, into the sky, and locking in. And down comes the most beautiful rain, but it's thicker than rain. It's almost like a sap or a syrup. It's coming down that golden rod, going in the top of your head. And it's just slowly going down your body, through your entire body. And it's taking with it anything that no longer serves you, anything you need to release. And just imagine it coming through your face, your head, your entire head, and your shoulders. Oh, maybe you want to shake your shoulders. We hold so much tension there in our jaw, our shoulders, our neck. You might want to just move it to feel it release. And then going down your upper arms, your elbows, your lower arms, your wrists, your hands. And you might even feel yourself need to flick your fingers because you feel like you just need to release anything that's coming off that beautiful golden rain sap. And remember that Mother Earth is there to receive anything we need to give her, and she can transform it. So we never have to worry about releasing it and giving it away. And imagine it going down your chest and your upper back, your entire torso, your lower pelvis, your hips, your legs, your knees, and your lower legs. I think I forgot your upper legs too, your ankles, your feet, each toe, each muscle, each bone. And then it's just going into Mother Earth. Again, she's just open and ready to receive it. Deep breath. Now I want you to imagine that beautiful Mother Earth energy coming up that golden rod again, going right up your spine and out the top of your head. But this time you're creating a bigger bubble. It's this beautiful bubble of protection. So it can be as big or as little as you want, but it's going to surround you completely. You're going to seal it off at the top and seal it off below your feet. And maybe you're just going to send some love and light into this bubble. If you know Reiki, you can send your Reiki symbols here into your bubble. And then you're going to say something out loud or to yourself like, everything I send out into the world that comes from a space of love, let it go out freely. Anything that doesn't comes from a space of fear, let it bounce back to me with kindness, humility, and respect for me to learn and grow from. And everything that's coming at me from the world that comes from a space of love, let it come to me freely. And everything that's not, let it bounce back out into the world with kindness and respect for someone else to learn and grow from. I am protected. I am centered. I am grounded. I am loved. And take a deep breath. We're going to take that goldenrod that's up, up, up in the sky and the stars and unlock it and bring it back into our crown. And take that goldenrod that's in the center of Mother Earth and unlock it and bring it back up into our root. And take those roots that are coming out the bottom of our feet and imagine them coming back up into our feet. Those connections are always there, but we're just bringing them back in so we can move freely about our day, but know that we always have that energy coming in for us. And take another deep breath. And release. All right, when you're ready, you can open your eyes or have a seat or whatever works. Hi. Okay. All right, so hopefully everyone feels centered and good and grounded. So today I really want to talk about the way we think about mental health and physical health. We're going to focus more on mental health, but I want to talk about it in a way. I'm going to start off talking about both. So when we think about physical health, right, we think about we often think about how people take care of themselves. We think about, do they work out? Do they eat healthy? And we don't, not that we're thinking of other people, but for ourselves or if someone talks about it. But because of, like, we don't say, oh, they have physical health issues. We say, oh, they're sick or they have a disease if someone has a physical issue. Whereas with mental health, if someone has something going on, we say, oh, they have mental health issues. Right? So we kind of did this disservice of our language around it because we think of it almost like a sickness. So when someone says, oh, how's their mental health? There's like an assumption almost that they have a disease or a dysfunction. If you say, oh, how's their physical self? We don't have that assumption. So we don't talk about it in the way that I feel like it's important to talk about it, which is just like we care for our physical health, right? We exercise, we try to eat healthy, we move our body, we get physicals regularly. We have to care for our mental health. And you guys are here, so you know that. But I still think talking about it in this way, like even for me, sometimes like I literally have to like remind myself, especially with my kids or people in my life, like, this is important to think about it this way, right? How we, and when I'm talking about mental health, I'm talking about like mental, emotional health. Okay. So, so it's had like a bad rap for so long of like, oh, they have mental health issues or they have this instead of, oh, they're caring for their mental health. So, when you think about physical health, if someone gets a cold, you don't say, oh, they have physical health issues, right? Just like if someone's having a lot of anxiety, we do the opposite. We think, oh, they have mental health issues versus maybe they're just going through something like a cold would be for your physical health. So it's just a way I want us to try to think about it as we're moving forward, talking about this today. I think about, you guys know this, but just like we work our physical muscles, we need to work our spiritual and emotional muscles. We need to work our mental muscles, right? So when we think about it that way, I think it can be really helpful. So how do we care for our mental health, our mental body, our emotional body, our spiritual body? Obviously, the list is endless, and you guys have been here for a lot of these, and I know you do a lot of other things, so you know a lot of the stuff out there. But I think it's important to talk about rest, connection, and emotional expression. I think are three huge things that we don't talk about a ton. So we talk a lot about all the tools, all the things, all the what to do. And actually sometimes people end up feeling, oh, I didn't do it. I failed at that, shame around it or guilt around it. And then it can be worse for their mental health or emotional health, right? And that doesn't mean we don't try to do those things. But I think when we look at it in these three things, rest, give ourselves the okay to rest when we need it, emotional rest, physical rest, mental rest, whatever it is, but like conscious rest, right? Deep rest, where we're doing that's where that discernment comes back in, right? We're doing what our system, our bodies, all those bodies we talked about really needs. And then connection. So the research is so strong in this, and this is part of why I wanted to do this group. It is so crucial. It is just so, so important. So last month, anybody that listened to that one, it was about self-love. So connection to self, right? That is so, 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 so important. That is huge, that connection to self. Connection to nature. And then we know we need connection and community. We know it's like the number one factor for health, for all health, is connection and community with others. It doesn't need to be massive. It doesn't need to be a ton of people, but we need to have connection. So that's why these types of things, having coffee with a friend, having a quality time with your family, whatever it is just literally so crucial to our health. And we just don't always think of it that way. And then I want to talk about emotional expression, and we're going to kind of focus on that a little bit today, because I think it just doesn't get enough conversation. And I think sometimes we think, okay, like I was literally 30 something when I really realized two things. One, I can be frustrated and grateful at the same time. Like it was so binary for me, emotion. I was either like, I'm frustrated or I'm grateful. So I'd be like in frustration for about 2 seconds and then be like, I have to move into gratitude because this is who I am. I want to be this. And I'm not kidding. I was in my late 30s before I was like, oh no, I get to be frustrated and grateful at the same time. So I think that's one piece of the emotional expression part that we have to remember, that it's binary. And then the piece of we can't just move through it quickly. I think often, if you're here, you're probably better at feeling your emotions. So we think, okay, I'm doing it. But it is like an onion that we have to peel back over and over again. So those things, those big T and little t traumas that we go through that would cause us to feel big or little emotions, they are often layered in our subconscious, and we might feel the emotion at the time and then we're kind of okay, or we're, life's busy, so we're doing the thing. And then we have another experience where we need to feel the emotion big, and it's like an onion peeling back the layers. And this is the thing. I think a lot of people think they might be immune to this. Like I've noticed with coaching and with different things I do, like, I did that. I felt we all have layers that we haven't peeled back yet. Everybody. We all do. And sometimes it's so deep in our subconscious that we just aren't aware of it, right? Sometimes we are. Sometimes it comes out in physical illness. Sometimes it comes out in pain, physical pain. Like a lot of times it comes out in physical ways in our body. A lot of times it comes out as anxiety, as depression, as being obsessive about something, or perseverating, or indecisiveness, or, literally I need to be by myself, or the opposite. I need to always be in a group and be, drinking, partying, or, whatever it might be. It can come out in so many ways. So we're going to connect a little bit more with emotion today. Okay. So I want you guys to get out your journals, and my sheets got all out of order, so I just need to look to make sure I give you the right first journal prompt. Okay, So right now, I want you to think about something around mental health that you haven't explored yet. So it might be in your subconscious. So I really want you guys to try to connect. It could be a tool. It could be a tool or strategy because those are important. It could be an experience that you want to go try, like maybe a retreat, a course, a trip, something sacred maybe that you want to experience. It could be a connection that you want to foster more that you haven't. And it could be emotions that you know are kind of in there. So I'm going to give you guys some time to just right now, I want you to kind of journal and think about what ways for you can you, are you curious? Because really what we're supposed to be doing, right, is to be conscious and then explore ourselves and be curious and open to like what comes up. So I just want you guys to journal for a little bit. I'm going to play some music. Hopefully if I can get it to work right while you guys do that. Okay.
You know I feel you. You know I feel you. Feel you in the morning. Feel you in the evening. I feel you when I'm sleeping. Feel you when I'm dreaming. And I see you standing in the moonlight. You look so nice. I'm over in the bar light by the neon sign, and all the words we say all day anyway. And all the drinks we take won't take our love away. No, they won't. And I hear you. I hear you in the city. I hear you when I'm empty. I hear you going over to the home of another. And all the words we say won't last all day anyway. And all the drinks we take won't take our love away.
Okay, take your time. If you're still journaling, feel free to keep journaling. If you're done, I'm going to just chat some more. You can listen to me while you journal. So I talked about big T, little t, and I also want to talk about if you are a highly sensitive person or an empath, right? You're taking on even more emotion. And sometimes it's not even from your own trauma. Sometimes it's from the people we love. Often it's from the people we love. Or sometimes it's from a stranger that you walked by that you didn't even know energetically, or even just an acquaintance that you walked into a room and you could feel it, you could feel their pain. So if any of you have that, there's that as well. And this is our suffering, our pain, and obviously our grief, which each of you could on your own right speak about grief, obviously. But remembering that there's the big grief of loss that is so huge. And that is a whole nother process, right? That is completely different from what I'm talking about. But even from big grief, there's all the littler griefs. So like grief of loss of what was or what could be, grief of your time, grief of your energy, grief of your health, grief of there's so many types of grief. And I think sometimes we don't connect with that. And I think a lot of people are grieving big, and maybe they minimize it because they haven't been through a big T trauma, but it sits on us and it's heavy, and we need to keep peeling back those layers and doing the work and connecting with it. And it's hard, so we don't want to, but when we create space that feels safe for us to do that, it can be so empowering and really healing. So I just want you to think about that, okay, as we move through. And so I talked about the physical stuff it can do, mentally it can affect us, right? So it can make us unhealthy physically. It can make us unhealthy mentally. It can make us unhealthy emotionally. Any of this pain, suffering that we hold on to and that we don't release or spend time to or allow deep rest or whatever. But we also lose our capacity for abundance. And I don't think we always think of it that way. And so when we haven't moved through the emotions, and again, it's a process, right? But when we're not doing that work, it's very hard to have abundance in our life, right? It's very hard to feel joyfully. It's very hard to bring in people that fill you up and that you want, because we're not feeling what we need to feel. And again, I want to reiterate, this is like big grief. That is a whole nother process. Okay. So I hope that all makes sense. And so I want to talk a little bit. Well, first, let me just say that doing this work is very conscious work. This doesn't just happen. We live in a society that's like, blah, 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 blah. So you might feel like you want to cry at something, whether you're at a movie or something happens. And a lot of times we just can't. And I'd love to say, just let yourself, but it's life. We're sometimes in the middle of talking maybe we're presenting, or we're, trying to be there for our kids in that moment, and we just feel like we can't, have our moment to break down. There's many, many ways that sometimes you just can't. Whether maybe you don't feel safe to do it in that moment. So it's conscious in the sense we need to create space for it. But when we do, there's something really, really freeing about creating this space for it and feeling it and moving through it. And what happens is our system trusts us. That sounds so crazy, but our body, our physical body, trusts us because they're like, oh, she's not going to just bury this in me. She's going to actually feel it and spend time with it and let it move through. And so they end up trusting us and knowing that we're not going to just keep expecting so much of it and, push it down and do all the things. So hopefully that makes sense. So it really does lead to like trust and acceptance and true freedom, which is kind of the goal. And this is part of having a human experience in our job here, is to do this and take care of our mental health, which sounds so simple, but it's not. It's big. It's big. And this is how we grow. So I want to read this card. Someone sent this to my mom as she was, living through cancer. And oh my goodness, it has stayed with me and I just love it so much. The oak tree. A mighty wind blew night and day. It makes me cry. So if I start crying, I'm sorry. So a mighty wind blew night and day. It stole the oak tree's leaves away, then snapped its boughs and pulled its bark until the oak tree was tired and stark. But still the oak tree held its ground while other trees fell all around. The weary wind gave up and spoke. How can you still be standing, oak? The oak tree said, I know that you can break each branch of mine in two, carry every leaf away, shake my limbs and make me sway. But I have roots stretched in the earth, growing strong since my birth. You'll never touch them, for you see, they are the deepest part of me. Until today, I wasn't sure of just how much I could endure. But now I found, with thanks to you, I'm stronger than I ever knew. And like this, if this doesn't speak to resilience, it's just so beautiful because, right? I love the word brutal because the human experience really is brutal and beautiful. And if that little card that just, a Hallmark card, that doesn't speak to like the resilience and strength we all have in each of us, I just love it. So we're going to talk about resilience a little bit. And how, why are some people so, some people just get thing after thing, just shit handed to them, and they're just so resilient and strong. And other people, you notice, and not a judgment, but you notice, they have a hangnail and it's the end of the world. And again, no judgment. It's just a curiosity thing. How is that, right? And so resilience, I just want to give you the definition. It's the ability to recover from or adjust easily to misfortune or change. So when we think about it that way, why is that? So some of it is natural, right? Some of it is truly just our natural state and who we are versus an acquired state. Some people just have a more propensity and that kind of grit inside them. But we truly can strengthen our resilience. So again, it's a conscious thing to strengthen our resilience. So we're talking about post-traumatic growth versus PTSD, right? Post-traumatic stress disorder, right? We can experience something and we can grow from it, or right, it can weaken us and actually make us feel way more anxiety, depression. This is the thing though, you can have both. Sometimes you have to have the stress disorder part of it, not necessarily to dysfunction, but sometimes you can, and you can still grow, but you have to experience it all fully. You will not have the growth unless you actually experience it all fully. But how do we get into the growth, right? How do we grow from it, right? There's so many things, right? Obviously there's the things like sleep, diet, exercise. We know that. There's meditation, practice, rituals. Maybe we practice gratitude or we're protecting ourselves regularly. We're more present, more conscious. There's so many things we can do. Okay. Experiencing emotion, I think, is one of the biggest. Rest, connection, and emotional experience. I think, like I said, each of you could speak to this, and connection, all those things would probably be high on your list. Connection, rest when you need it, listening to your body and what it needs, and letting yourself feel what you need to feel instead of pushing it down. I heard this term recently and I had never heard of it. So I'm curious if any of you have heard of it, but being in a state of pronoia versus paranoia. So pronoia is the belief that the universe is always conspiring for us. And so people that live more in a state of pronoia versus paranoia have more resilience. They are rated higher happiness levels. They're stronger. They have more grit. I had never heard of that term, so I thought that was so cool. So obviously we talked about connection, self, others, nature, community. It's not just that you have a community around you, it's that you give back to your community. Close friend who might be on this call who literally took her pain and suffering and gave back immediately. I've never seen somebody turn around and be able to give back within such a short amount of time. And it's profound what has occurred from that giving back. And my guess is that she would say it's been part of her healing. So it's huge. It's huge giving back. We have to give back. And then making sure our physical environment is a positive one, right? No one can heal in an environment that's toxic, whether that's because you have clutter everywhere, whether that's because the air quality is not good, whether that's because there's people in your space that are bringing you down all the time. It could be that we're being bombarded by outside sources, right? Like what's going on in the world is really hard and we want to do things to make it better. But if it's the only thing, if we're just having that input constantly, that environment is not a space for us to actually do action, to go out into the world and do great things. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Laughing at ourselves, humor, we need that, right? Don't you think that is one of the most, it's such a simple thing, but we have to be able to laugh. I literally, if somebody asks me, I don't always connect with the word pride, but what are you most proud of as a parent? My kids were not naturally the type of humans that could laugh at themselves. I have worked so hard. It's probably one of my most conscious parenting things, to be able to get them to see you don't have to take it so seriously. Life is supposed to be fun and silly, and let's laugh at ourselves. Or go out and find things that make you feel joy and laugh and are fun. That's part of what we're supposed to do here. And I can say, like, especially my oldest, he laughs at himself all the time. So hopefully I was part of that. But yeah, like it's just so important. And then just tolerance, right? Not looking at everything and everyone or things and letting it get us so inflamed. Just more tolerance gives us resilience. Makes sense. Okay, so here's another quote I have for you. For a seed to achieve its greatest expression, it must come completely undone. The shell cracks, its insides come out, and everything changes. To someone who doesn't understand growth, it would look like complete destruction. So again, along with the tree, but it's so true, right? It can look like complete destruction, but it's the beginning of like something so beautiful often. I know for me, everything I've been through has been really hard, but it's literally transformed my life. I wouldn't be where I am today. I wouldn't be who I am today. So even like I was really sick in August, as you guys know, and I've been able, like when I wrote in January about what I was most grateful for 2023, guess what? August was one of the things I was most grateful for. I missed a huge trip with my family. It was awful, but I had to dig really deep. I had to feel really big feelings, and I was able to say, okay, like that was worth it. That was worth it. So some thoughts. Oh, there's some thoughts. So we're going to go into a meditation. So get comfy. You feel free to lay down. Feel free to get a blanket, whatever feels good to you. Okay. All right. All right. So as I said, I'm just going to go through it, but begin by finding a comfortable seated position or lying down, allowing your body to relax and settle in. All right. Ready, everybody? Gently close your eyes and let's take a few deep breaths. Inhaling deeply through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. With each breath, feel yourself becoming more present, more grounded, even more present, even more grounded. You are completely present and completely grounded in this moment. As we continue to breathe deeply, visualize a warm golden light surrounding you, enveloping you in its soothing embrace, cocooning you. This light represents love, compassion, and acceptance for each and every aspect of yourself, including your emotions, especially your emotions. With each inhale, imagine yourself drawing in this healing light, filling your entire being with its comforting warmth. Feel its warmth wash over you. Feel its love, its compassion. Feel its understanding, its acceptance. Feel the safety it brings you, and let yourself move in even deeper into relaxation, even deeper into connection. With each exhale, feel yourself release any tension or resistance you may be holding on to. Feel yourself release any and all that no longer serves you. Just letting it fall away and fall off you. Allowing yourself to fully surrender to the present moment. Now, I want you to bring your awareness to your body. Scan from the top of your head down to the bottom of your toes. I want you to just notice. Notice any sensations you are feeling. Notice any emotions you are feeling. Try to notice each and every emotion that might be present within you. Notice them without judgment. Observe them without judgment. Just witness them. They might be subtle. They might be strong. You might notice some emotions that you're trying to avoid or even suppress. If you can, allow yourself to feel them fully without trying to change or resist them. Acknowledging the validity of each and every one of your emotions is an essential part of the human experience. So just notice. Each emotion is here for you to experience it, to give you messages, to give you clarity. They are not here to overwhelm you. You are safe. Connect with them if you can. Without judgment, simply observe these emotions. Connect with them, whatever feels right for you. If you can, allow them to rise up and be acknowledged. Witness them. Maybe that's all they need, just to be witnessed. But maybe they have something to say to you. Maybe they're even looking for you to thank them or send them love and gratitude for the way they have served you or the experiences they have created. Maybe their symbolism is something greater. Maybe there's symbolism of great love. Maybe there's symbolism of great connection. Whatever they are, just take a moment and try to connect with them. As you continue to breathe deeply and connecting with these emotions, trying to surrender if you can, I'd like you to repeat the following affirmations silently or out loud. I honor and accept all of my emotions, knowing that they are a natural and valuable aspect of my being. I am capable of feeling my emotions fully with openness, curiosity, and compassion. My emotions are valid and worthy of my acknowledgement. I embrace the full spectrum of my emotions, allowing myself to feel and express them fully and authentically. I am learning to sit with discomfort and allow my emotions to flow without judgment. It is okay to be uncomfortable. I am safe. Every emotion I experience is an opportunity for self-discovery, healing, and deep connection to self. I release the need to suppress or hide my big emotions. I am free to express myself authentically. I am supported by love and understanding as I navigate the intensity of my feelings. I am strong and capable even in the face of overwhelming emotions. I embrace the source of my emotions as a source of insight and growth. I am resilient and capable of navigating life's challenges with grace and strength. I trust in my ability to grow and evolve even in the face of adversity. I am worthy of love, compassion, and self-care, no matter what emotions arise within me. I honor the wisdom of my emotions and trust in my ability to process them in a healthy and constructive way. I honor and celebrate myself for taking this time to connect with my emotions without judgment and with curiosity, openness, and love. If it feels right, you can continue to repeat these affirmations if you remember them, or any affirmations that come to you, or just let yourself feel the energy that these affirmations have created. Allow that energy, the energy of these empowering words, to resonate deeply within you. And take a deep breath. I'd like you to envision yourself as a resilient tree rooted firmly in the earth. Feel your branches reaching high towards the sky. Feel your roots growing deep, deep into Mother Earth. Feel them getting stronger and stronger, anchoring you in a sense of stability and groundedness. You are centered. You are grounded. You are stable and you are strong. You can handle any breeze and any storm that comes your way. You have done the work to have stability. Honor that. Celebrate that. As you continue to connect with the energy of the earth below you and the sky above you, feel yourself deeply supported and deeply held by the infinite wisdom of the universe. Know that you are never alone in your journey. Know that you have strength and grit and resilience to weather any storm that comes your way. as you connect back with your breath, I want you to feel a deep sense of gratitude for yourself and your ability to experience and express your emotions fully. Send yourself gratitude. Send yourself love. Feel it deep in your core. Feel it in your cells and your bones. And may you bring this sense of calm and power and empowerment with you as you continue on with your day and week and the rest of our time together. Remember that you are strong, capable, and worthy of all the support the universe has to offer. All you have to do is connect with your breath. All you have to do is remember. It's there, ready for you to receive it. Connect with it at any time. And take a deep breath and release. And when you're ready, gently open your eyes. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We're going to go right into journaling. So grab your journals while you're still in this state. I want you to think about what emotions came up during the meditation. Did you feel safe? And what emotions did you notice maybe you need to work on again or even regularly? And we're talking about hard emotions, but they can be easy emotions too. Like maybe you felt a lot of gratitude. That's okay too. Whatever you felt, just kind of connect with it and write about it. And I'm going to play some music again.
I am resilient, I trust the movement, I negate the chaos, uplift the negative, I'll show up at the table, again and again and again, I'll close my mouth and learn to listen. Whoa, 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 whoa. These times are poignant, the winds have shifted, it's all we can do to stay uplifted. Pipelines through backyards, wolves howling out front. Yeah, I got my crew, but truth is what I want. Realigned and on point, power to the peaceful, prayers to the waters, women at the center, all vessels open to give and receive. Let's see the system brought down to its knees. Whoa, 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 ooh, 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 whoa, 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 ooh, ooh, I'm made of thunder, I'm made of lightning, I'm made of dirt, yeah, made of the fine things. My father taught me that I'm a speck of dust and this world was made for me, so let's go and try our luck, say. I've got my roots down, 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 down deep. I've got my roots down, 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 down deep. I've got my roots down, down, down.
Okay. All right. So does anybody, since we're so small, does anybody want to share anything that they experienced? You can take your microphones. Any thoughts, anything they experienced, questions, comments, anything. I actually don't have the chat box up. I just realized. So hopefully no one's, oh no, you didn't. Good. Does this help? Oh, go ahead.
I think I had a realization. I've been dealing with a lot of viruses and dealing with a lot of health issues. I went through the knee replacement surgery last year, and I have been working really hard on that. And I haven't been really focusing as much on my spiritual self as I have been, and my emotional self healing as I have been on the physical healing. So I think that has kind of brought me down, and I think I'm going to cry. I think through this, I'm learning I need to do that too. I need to ground more and center myself more. Sorry, I cried.
You're fine.
I think it's a realization that I know what
I'm glad, Jeanette. I'm glad you realized it. And this is the thing, right? Just like me talking about me thinking my emotions had to be binary, we often think of our health as binary. Like, oh, I got to work on my physical health. Oh, I got to work on my emotional health. Like, it all is connected. We need it all to be going well for us to feel good. We really do.
I think it's been so much that I have to do this. I have to get this done, that I haven't had the chance to do that. It really has been. I've had to put all my energy, because this healing process has taken a lot out of me. And it's like I haven't been able to get to anything else. Yeah. And I'm realizing that I've got to start focusing on other things. But now I'm getting to that point where I can, because I'm feeling stronger and stronger.
Absolutely. And this is the thing, everybody. I don't want to talk about what's more important, because they're both equally important, but I will tell you this. If you feel physically well and you're healthy, but you are mentally or emotionally unwell, it doesn't matter how well you feel physically. If you are physically unwell, but you feel mentally and emotionally well, you can overcome the physical part and still feel well. So it is that crucial. This work, this conscious effort is that important. So anybody else have anything they want to share? Thank you, Jeanette, for sharing.
I want to add something that in talking about this today, it reminded me that within the past 4 years, what was brought to my attention consciously is growing up. I was parented, be happy. If you can't say anything good, don't say it. So with the idea that there are 4 basic emotions, those being happiness, sadness, fear, and anger, what I realized is 3 of my 4 basic emotions were redirected, not to use. And so I find myself watching documentaries that will evoke those feelings, that whether I want to be angry, whether I want to be afraid. And fortunately, I have a husband that we can kind of banter back and forth with, but to kind of get in touch with those feelings.
Yes. Yeah.
So this was just another reminder of that. And I happen to have a box. I'll show you. It's called a box of emotions, of 80 different emotions to talk about. So I'm in adolescence with my emotions, and but that was a striking moment for me, and you just brought that back up again.
Good. I'm glad you connected with it. And I think your story is super common. And I think, right, we can look at it and we know how much it served us, right? You have a choice every day to wake up and be happy. Yes, that's true to some extent, but you have to feel it all to actually be happy and not just pretending. So I resonate so deeply with what you're saying, because I was 100% raised that way as well. I think probably a lot of people connect to that. I know they do from what I do. So thank you for sharing that, because it's so true. So I know how precious everyone's time, and it's 11 already. So if anyone else wants to share anything with me, feel free to text me or anything. But I do want to do our last song, because I feel like it's always so important to connect. I know music for me just connects me to my soul. And I hope you guys, I am at the end going to create a music list for all this. So everybody has it, like when we're all done with these.
Amy, I don't know if anybody else has this problem, but when you put out the videos, I can't see them. Every time I try to go to them, I can't see them. I don't know if anybody else has that, because I missed last month, and I haven't been able to bring that video up for some reason. I don't know, maybe I'm not you know how I am with technology, but I haven't been able to figure out how to bring it up.
Okay, I'll reach out to you, because that one's on YouTube, so it literally should be a click of the button.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe if I went, well, I don't know how, I'd have to.
I'll send it to you again. I'll send it to you again. So if you keep having that issue, they'll let me know, because you shouldn't be. Okay?
Yeah, every time you've put out a video and I try to go back and look at it, I haven't been able to.
Okay, I'll connect with you and we'll. Okay, if anybody has to get off, I get it. If you want to dance with me and feel it, please do.
I never held my hand out and asked for something free. I got pride I could roll out 50 miles in front of me. I don't need your help and I don't need sympathy. I don't need you to lower the bar for me. I know I'm superwoman, I know I'm strong. I know I got this 'cause I've had it all along. I'm phenomenal and I'm enough. I don't need you to tell me who to be. Can someone just hold me? Don't fix me, don't try to change a thing. Can someone just know me? 'Cause underneath I'm broken and it's beautiful. 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 You're walking on the ocean, turn water into wine. We bury our emotion and pretend that we're just fine. The only way to live now is to know you're gonna fly. To listen to the lying lies and the lies. I know I'm superwoman, I know I'm strong. I know I've got this 'cause I've had it all along. I'm phenomenal, I'm enough. I don't need you to tell me who to be. Can someone just hold me? Don't fix me, don't try to change a thing. Can someone just know me? 'Cause underneath I'm broken and it's beautiful. Hey, I'm broken and it's beautiful. I'm broken and it's beautiful. Hey, I'm broken and it's beautiful. I'm broken and it's beautiful. Oh, can I just be tired without piling on all sad and scared and out of time? I'm wired. Can I just be wise without feeling like I'm failing and I'm losing my mind? Can someone just hold me? Don't fix me, don't try to change a thing. Oh, someone just know me. 'Cause underneath I'm broken and it's beautiful. 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 It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I'm broken and it's beautiful. I'm broken.
All right, everybody. Have the best day. Hopefully I'll see you next month. And
You too, Amy.
thank you. And I'll send that to you and help you with that, okay?
Okay.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.